can we help kids be healthy and thrive even in seriously stressful times? Today we'll get some insights to help kids and families overcome life's curveballs. Let's welcome former California Surgeon General, pediatrician, and author. We have Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris. Hello, Dr. Harris.
Hello, good to be with you.
Yes, happy to have you on. So I wanted to start off by asking you, what do we need to understand about how stress impacts kids?
What it's important to know is that stress can affect kids' health. And when that stress is severe or chronic, things like the adverse childhood experiences, such as growing up in a household with a parent who is struggling with substance dependence or with their mental health, or experiencing parental separation or divorce. These things they activate our stress hormones, and when that happens too often or too severely, it can lead to something that doctors are now calling toxic stress. It's the prolonged activation of our body's stress response, and that can lead to an increased risk for things like asthma or diabetes or ADHD or depression. During the COVID pandemic, we saw that depression and anxiety doubled among children globally.
So what tips can you offer to help protect kids from toxic stress?
Well, what the research shows us is that the antidote to toxic stress is safe, stable, and nurturing relationships and environments. And so kids get that from the grown-ups who are around them. But here's the thing. For most of us, right, we've experienced our own difficulties in childhood. 2/3 of us have experienced at least one adverse childhood experience. And so for many of us, doing our own healing, right? Some of these interventions like exercise and mindfulness and mental health care, that's what's really important to help us be able to be present for a young person who's going through something difficult.
What else would you like people to know about this as well?
I want people to understand is that we can't take an every family for themselves approach. In the state of California, adverse childhood experiences cost the state $1.5 trillion per year, according to a new report that was just released in December by the CDC. And what that means is that we have to do the work on the individual level, those safe, stable, and nurturing relationships and environments, but we also have to do the systematic work. So that means early detection, early intervention with the evidence-based approaches that make a difference for kids' health.
I think that's amazing to hear, especially when we're talking about mental health and stress. I feel like that door has definitely been open for adults to talk about that more. So the fact that we're tapping into children and talking about their stresses and being able to discuss this early on, I think is so key. Dr. Harris, thank you so much for your time. To our viewers, you can find out more by going to numberstory.org.